Hi, Dave here, and thanks for checking out this review of the running shoes that I use from Topo Athletic. This is going to be a 3-in-1 shoe review. I'm going to tell you about the Terraventure 2, I'm going to tell you about their Phantom, and I'm going to tell you about their Magnifly 2. And along the way, I'm going to say some things about some of the other running shoes that I've used, and that's to set up the comparison of why I like these Topo Athletic running shoes so darn much. I've been involved in running since the 6th grade, and I'm old enough to start using phrases like years ago. I've been running fairly consistently since 1978. I've tried lots of running shoes over the years. Back in 2010, I was developing plantar fasciitis, and one of the things that I realized I was benefiting from was running with shoes that had lower drop, and it was the A6 DS trainer at the time. And then Born to Run came out and sparked the entire minimalist footwear movement. And I became kind of a minimalist footwear junkie for a while. And I've been running in minimally equipped shoes for the most part ever since. And a big reason for that is because the shoes that had more cushioning, they didn't work that well for me. And so now that I've found Topo Athletic, what I have found is a running shoe whose shoes offer quite a bit of cushioning that work for me. And it is a delight to finish a run and not have my feet feel like they're beat up. In fact, what has limited me in my training has been how my feet feel. And now that my feet are feeling fantastic, I am feeling an urge to run longer, to run faster, run harder. And here's the nice thing: the day after a run like that, the second day after a run like that, the third day after a run like that, the vitality of my legs feels completely restored. I have not felt my legs this fresh in the midst of consistent training like I'm experiencing right now. So let's talk about the Terraventure 2. This is a 5mm drop. I'm not sure if I've got the numbers right, but I think it's 28mm stack height in the rear, and I think it's 23 in the front. It's a fairly stiff shoe. It's got the Vibram outsole, and I'll tell you that the way that this shoe is built for me, it is a great combination of cushioning, and yet you still have decent ground feel. How this shoe accommodates the shape of my foot, it's wonderful. It's just like all the other videos you've probably seen talking about the wider toe box and a more narrow waist, so that you have plenty of room out here, and yet you've got a secure fit with the midfoot area and the heel, and it's all true. I have about 50 miles on these shoes. I've got a pair of dirty ones over in the corner. I haven't run a mile on these particular ones, but I have run 50 miles on my other ones, a long run of 13 over technical terrain, very steep hills, and I absolutely love the shoe. I can totally envision being able to go 50 plus miles in a single effort on those shoes. And it is my experience with the Terraventure 2s that turned me onto the brand and inspired me to make my next purchase, which is the Phantom. This is Topo's maximally equipped road running shoe. This is another 5-drop, 30 in the rear and 25 in the forefoot, and it's got their zip foam here in the midsole and this other density material between where your foot goes and the midsole. You can see the black where the carbon rubber is. And the thing I'll say about this is it is surprisingly light for how heavy and chunky it looks. It's I haven't put it on the scale. I've got a kitchen scale right here, and I'm not going to fiddle-faddle around with that. I probably should have before I turn the camera on. But I have yet to find a review that is glowing about this shoe. And I'm going to give you one right now. This is a great shoe. Some of the reviews that I have seen talk about that you have initial comfort wearing this shoe, and that this would be a great recovery shoe for the day after a hard run in somebody else's shoe. I don't think that's why you design a maximally cushioned running shoe with a little bit of extra tread for some light trails. I think the reason why you build a shoe like this is for a road ultra. And so I took this out. My first and only run with these was an 18-miler on the American Tobacco Trail. And I put together the same load that I was carrying when I did the JFK 50. I ran the same pace. I did the same gallows walking thing, how far you run and then how far you walk. And I was carrying 6 extra pounds, which is what I had back in 2013, and I plodded along at the same pace that I had back then, which was about an 11:35. I did the JFK 50 in 9 hours and 40 minutes, and so I wanted to try to recreate the conditions for that run and model that as I tried out this shoe. And with what I'll tell you is that my experience with the shoe was marvelous. What I liked about this shoe is even with the extra weight, and I was striking in this area right here. At the start of the run, when I was carrying the full load with all the water and I hadn't started eating the food yet, I was more here. And at the end of the run, when all of my water was gone and I was 3 pounds lighter, I was striking here. And I felt like I was getting a good rebound going into the next stride. My feet felt terrific. I felt well supported. I thought that the external counter here provided just a little bit of extra stability to help me manage the bit of load that I was carrying. But I cannot say enough good things about this shoe. So far, some of the criticism has been along the lines of, and I alluded to it just a minute ago, but basically somebody saying, you're not going to be able to run a 10K PR in a shoe like this. Yeah, no kidding, okay? That's not what this shoe is for. Their Flylight is for running PRs for 10Ks. But I can't say enough good things about this shoe either. This is the surprise of the bunch. This is the Magnifly 2, and this is their zero drop. 25 in the rear, 25 in the forefoot. And if you look at it, what's kind of unique about this is there's this rocker here. And this is a shoe that I mail ordered. It arrived, I tried it on, it was the right size for my foot, but this rocker, it feels weird when all you're doing is just wearing it around the house and sitting down with it and standing and walking on it. And I'll be honest with you, I came this close to sending it back because I was not liking the feel of this shoe. When I was sitting and walking with this thing on my foot, it feels weird, and it's because of the rocker here. But finally, I took it out for a run the other day. 6.5 miles, and the shoe felt sensational to run fast in. I say fast is a relative thing. I was getting down to 7:30 pace on a 6.5 mile run, and aggressive enough that I'm a 4-foot striker and I was toeing off aggressively, and the shoe felt wonderful. And where I really felt the 4-foot cushioning was sprinting down the downhill sections. I'm going to tell you, I haven't run with such abandon going downhill as I have with these shoes, and I really look forward to getting some more miles on these, and just all 3 of these shoes. You can judge how well you like a shoe by how frustrated you suddenly become with shoes that you've been making work, and how much you actually look forward to your next run. And You know, whether it's the Terraventure 2s or the Phantoms or the Magniflies or the Flylights. I tried those on too. It's a very lightweight shoe, very responsive. The level of cushioning in those is very similar to one of my favorite shoes of all time. This is the New Balance Fuel Cell version 1, which, you know, again, got discontinued the year after it came out. But when the day comes that I have to retire these, I have no doubt at all that I'll be going with the Flylights. So there you have it. 4 weeks ago, didn't hear of Topo Athletic, and now I've got, you know, 3 shoes that are in the regular rotation. All the stuff that all the other reviews say about the fit, and the stuff that the company's website says about its shoes, it's not marketing hype. The shoes do what everyone says they do. The fit is what all those different sites say the fit is. And if you're like me and you've been struggling for a while to find something that had some cushioning and could accommodate a wider forefoot, I'm going to tell you, you can't go wrong looking at Topo Athletic. So thanks for watching.